Thank you. That's very nice. Come on. Are they keeping the sign on longer at night or what? Not very nice. Let us bow our heads and give thanks for the jokes we're about to receive. It's a nice audience tonight.
Great crowd.
Trained well. What we should do, have you seen? That's right. No. Heel, sit. Laugh. Good audience. Here's a yummy. Seems to be drifting off up in the here. Do you know today is officially the start of the flu season? How do they determine what is officially the start of the flu season? Do we still go in and supposed to get shots or something? What is it this year we're going to get? They had last year was the A type, there was the Russian, there was the what?
London.
There was the London type, the Hong Kong flu for a year. There's nothing you do about it. The only one who's really safe is Gerald Ford, because when he left the White House, they gave him all of that swine flu vaccine. Do you remember that winter? Mm-hmm. Oh, it was about 4 years ago?
Yeah. Uh-oh. First case.
First case right there. Remember they spent something like $130 million to come up with a cure for which there was no known disease. Swine flu vaccine. Anyway, to take precautions, you should go see your doctor. So today, because I had to get some material anyway.
You went to your doctor?
What?
You went to your doctor?
Went to my doctor. My doctor. You've met him before.
Yes.
Mandrake Curvy is his name. Little weird. Good doctor, but for example, you go in, he asks you to undress. He chills a bottle of white wine and puts on Ravel's Bolero. And then if you have trouble, filling that little bottle,
yeah.
If you have a problem, he joins you.
Weird.
How many people follow baseball? Well, Los Angeles Dodgers lost again to Houston. I feel sorry for manager Tom Lasorda. He's got a lot to lose. He's got a commercial at stake. Have you been watching the official new fall television season? We're now into it. Anyway, CBS the other night kicked off with a cultural landmark. A 2-hour updated version of The Return of the Beverly Hillbillies. It was updated. In this episode, the Clampetts discovered that they are the only Ozark rich family who were rich enough to benefit from Reagan's tax cuts. There was a joke there, and I blew it. Good night. I saw something advertised coming up this week. The idea is you got to knock off the competition. The competition is vicious. And, for example, NBC, we've been having a little ratings problem, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
They're trying these made-for-movies. Tomorrow night, there's a made-for-television movie I want to tell you about. You won't miss this. It's Valerie Bertinelli in a thing called Marcy, Portrait of a Frigid Call Girl. See, that's an attention getter, and co-starring Sonny Bono as Cadillac Pete. Well, the hot issue today, this is kind of interesting. According to a poll of the Los Angeles Times, 56% of the Americans polled were opposed to Reagan's plan to sell AWACS. Now, what's the official name for that? Air warning, radar surveillance planes, very sophisticated technical equipment. What is it?
Distant early warning.
Distance early warning. Well, that doesn't make up AWAC, does it? Air warning and
Radar.
and radar.
Surveillance.
No, that spells mother. Anyway, they're very... Thank you, staff. Anyway, they're very sophisticated radar, distance warning, early system planes, radar things. What was the point of this?
I don't know.
They took
The
a poll.
poll.
What?
The poll.
That's right. No, they're selling them to the Saudis, not the Poles. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Look.
Aid the press. Thank you. They took a poll. 56% of the Americans were against.
I'd forgotten the number.
What?
I'd forgotten the number.
I'm telling you, 56% were opposed to selling those planes. I'm going to take my own poll. How many people are opposed? How many are for selling the planes? All hands up. Let me have it. Okay. How many are against selling them? Okay. How many would prefer we use the money for technology, to grow a vegetable that would be considered ketchup? How many are for that? I'm sorry I got into that. Distance warning. Hey, there's an A in there. A, wax. Air. Now, what's the W for?
The reason why I said that was I used to fly.
Oh, you did? For our side? All right, there's air, AWACS.
Well, I flew the reciprocating engines.
That would be ARACS. ARACS. Air. What is air warning?
Well, if they fly the DEW line,
Right.
distant early warning line, they fly from Patuxent River, Maryland, up to Argentina, Newfoundland, then across to Lodges, Azores, and back.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to admit, none of them got by Maryland. No incoming traffic.
I used to fly the Corsair. That was the F4U. We used to fly fighter cover over the
You flew
AWACS.
the Corsairs?
The Corsair, yes.
On our side?
Yes, on our
side. Okay.
We were together.
Good.
Yeah.
Any other flyers here? Come up here. Ross, did you fly? Ross. Come on, Ross. Here, get up here. Get a nice seat there. This is Ross Tompkins, who during the next war will be used as a hostage.
Just like last.
This isn't bad up here. This is a nice seat. This is really great. You've been a wonderful audience. There's a little bush pilot that Ross brings him in. Anyway, I should tell him on the other channel tonight, in case you don't want to watch our show, Merv Griffin is doing another one of those wonderful theme shows that Merv does with, only Merv can do them so well. Tonight he's having Howard Cosell, Billy Martin, Tom Snyder, and Alan Hamill. And the subject is they're all going to discuss the importance of having a friend. So we'll be back here with our show in just a moment. Thank you. We'll be right back. Hello there. From high top to boom mic.
Yes. I've never been up there. That's great.
That's frightening up there. You could fall off and hurt yourself.
We got it, John.
Got what? We have it too, Bob.
The
It's
definition.
Air Warning Advanced Control System.
Is that right?
Is that what you have, Bob?
Nope.
What do you have, Bob?
It's Airborne Warning and Control Systems.
And that's the A. And control systems.
Well, anyway, we got it pretty well.
We got it right. That's not sail.
It has to do with detecting early
Yes.
warning control of advances. Let's move
It'll
on.
be obsolete before we get finished.
Yes, it will. Most of you are probably aware that Radio Corporation America is the parent company of NBC.
Yes.
Most corporations in this that put out a product or they're identified with one thing usually are in other areas. Did you know that?
Oh, sure.
Did you know that RCA owns Hertz Rent-A-Car? Mm-hmm. And Banquet Frozen Foods? is owned by Radio Corporation of America. We did some research on some of the larger corporations in this country, some of the companies in this countries. Did you know Mobil Oil owns Hefty Trash Bags? And also Montgomery Ward? The Borden Company also makes Elmer's Glue. General Mills, besides producing food products, also owns Parker Brothers Board Games and Lacoste Sportswear. Those are the shirts I get the little alligator on. Nabisco manufactures Salmonex and Aquavelva. Ralston Purina, they're on for it, don't we have other sponsors? Produces cat food, owns the Jack in the Box restaurant chain.
And produces.
And the St. Louis Blues hockey team. Standard Brands is the company behind Planters Peanuts as well as Flashman's Gin. You probably knew that, yes. Okay. Avon, you all know, puts out a line of cosmetics, right? Did you know that the Avon Company also owns Tiffany's jewelry store?
Wow.
That's what it says. Cheeseboro Ponds, Incorporated, they make Vaseline. They make Ragu spaghetti sauce, Q-tips, and Adolph's meat tenderizer. Revlon makes Charlie's perfume and Tums Antacid. American Home Products make Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, Black Flag Roach Motel, Gouldens mustard, and Preparation H. Never mix those last two products up, or you will have a hot dog that I suppose keeps getting smaller and smaller before you... Those big multinationals or conglomerates often, merge with smaller companies. They take them over and they come up with new product. Sometimes that is not a good idea. We got hold of a few products that are the result of some of these recent takeovers that just...
Marriages that didn't work.
You could say that. And matter of fact, you did say that. Now, sometimes, a company's reputation for excellence in one area does not necessarily apply to their new product.
Right.
As we found out here, this was the Mr. Drano coffee maker.
Didn't work.
Didn't work out, you see. Give you an idea where this is going. We do one just to kind of set the tempo of the bit.
What's next?
Well, I don't know what's next, but I guess it doesn't make too much difference. Here's one that didn't work out. You have to see this here.
Yeah.
This is Ban Roll-On Champagne.
Didn't work.
Ban Company apparently bought into a vineyard, you see, and that's the way these things came together. The McDonald's got involved with the free clinic, and it didn't. Well, you can see their sign there. It says over 6 billion cured. It was a bad merger. Maybe one or two others will set this a little better. What are you saying, Chucko? Let's see, one man who becomes important in one area tried to cash in on another man's product. For example, here are famous Idi Amin chocolate chip cookies. Bad. Just a bad idea. See, bad merger here. Tidy Bowl snack crackers. Here's one I rather like. Went to great expense to make this prop, too. I'm telling you that in advance, so... It's an M&M neutron bomb. They got it, Paul. It doesn't...
That could
go. It doesn't melt in your hands, it melts your hands. Moving along here to my right. Kentucky Fried Casket. Oscar Mayer all beef sunglasses. And you can actually eat the glasses. And that's not a bad idea. Long trip, you get a little hungry, and you... Cracker Jacks birth control pills. I don't think too much of this one. Aunt Jemima pacemaker. Told you. You're right.
Yeah, we're right.
We just throw one in there so you can boo. Charmin stereo headphones. And this one here, make it Purina Shark Chow. Get it out of your system. All right, it's okay. I think that's all we have, isn't it?
That's all we have.
Well, I think that's enough. All right, we'll be back in it. We have, I didn't announce on the show. Did you tell them who we had tonight?
Earlier, but
We have Martin Mull, we have James Wood, fine actor, and a young man you'll meet in a moment who's one of the, I don't think he's a regular, but sometimes hosts is one of the hosts, right? 10-year-old Peter Billingsley is with us from Real People tonight. So we'll do this and we'll be right back with young Mr. Billingsley. My first guest tonight is one of the hosts of Real People, which, as you know, is on NBC Wednesday nights at 8. He's also in the movie Paternity with Burt Reynolds, and he's done over 100 commercials. He started at the age of 4, and now he's at the ripe old age of 10 years old. Would you welcome Peter Billingsley? Look how we're dressed. The blue blazer, the tie. Did you know I was going to wear this?
Hold on, I put it on.
Huh?
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, okay. Look like a Xerox. How are you?
Just fine, thanks. How are you doing?
Good to see you. I'm doing fine, thanks. You're 10, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw you in Paternity. You were very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. How many movies have you made?
I made 5 movies.
5 pictures.
Yes, they've all been motion pictures.
Oh.
I haven't done any TV movies.
No TV movies. Is that a new watch? I saw you looking at that.
Yeah, it's 5:53 and 22 seconds.
I've got... That's when we're doing the show the same day. I've got 5:56.
3 is right.
5:53 is right. Watch here. So you've been acting since you're 4 years old?
3 years old.
3 years old. What did you do at 3?
I did a Geritol commercial. That was the first commercial I ever did.
Oh, you...
I was just, there was a mother, a daughter, me, and some other kid, and I was just throwing toys around.
Yeah. 3 years old.
Yep.
And you got paid for that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I could barely talk then, though.
Right.
I can't really remember too much.
Right. Now you've done, they say, almost 100 commercials since then?
Yeah, I've done over 100.
Wow. Are you saving your money?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I spent some.
Would you like to be an actor most of your life? When you're looking ahead?
I want to start when I'm 18.
Want to stop when you're 18?
Yeah, just quit acting.
Give it up, huh? At 18.
Stop it.
Yeah, that's pretty old. What do you consider old, Peter? Who would be old to you? And how old do you think I am?
53.
It's pretty close. I'm 55. Now, do you consider that somebody really old? No.
Someone maybe 77's.
Yeah, I think you're right. 77's old. So you want to quit when you're 18, huh?
Yes.
Now, what would you do?
Okay, I got my whole thing planned. Okay, I want to be a...
You got to think ahead nowadays, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to be a lifeguard and a ski patrol. Okay?
It's not... You know, it's not too early to think ahead what you want to do. Why do you think you'd want to finish acting at 18? You think you'd be tired of it by then?
Well, there are not too many jobs around for teenagers now.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to be 18 for another 8 years. It may change, you know.
I don't know.
But you'd like to be a lifeguard.
Yes, and because I like to swim and I like to ski.
Yeah. Are you a good skier? Yeah. Okay, now, would you want to be a lifeguard and a ski patrol guy the rest of your life?
No, no way.
No way. What happens after that? How long would you want to do that then?
Oh, 2 years maybe.
A couple of years, huh?
Yeah, a couple years.
Then what?
Then I want to be a doctor.
Be a doctor?
Yes.
Well, see, you'd be about, well, you're still only 20.
No, it takes 8 years of school for that.
Oh, to be a doctor, yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
So then whatever. Then after that, I want to be a football player.
Well, let's see. That would make you now. Let's see. Let's say you started as a doctor at 20, 8 years. You got interning and all that. You know, medical school, college.
Yeah, be a doctor for a couple weeks and then.
Just build up a practice and then shut them down real fast.
Yeah. Because I gotta fit in my football career if I'm gonna.
Well, now that would make you close to 30 years of age when you start your football career. That's kind of old to start playing football,
I'll
isn't it?
just be the oldest football player ever.
You just might. There are some players, I guess, that are still playing in their 30s.
Yeah, some baseball players that are nearly in their 40s.
Yeah.
Like Minnie Musa or whatever.
Yeah. So you like...
And then after football,
Right.
I want to own a pizza store.
You've got a lot of things you're going to do, right? So it's going to be a lifeguard, ski patrol, then doctor. What kind of, any specialty in doctor, or just...
Medical doctor.
Yeah, okay. You don't mean specialized or anything like that, just a regular, what they call GP, general practice, huh? And you'd give that up and play football?
Yes, correct.
How long do you think you could play football now?
I don't know. As long as I can until they kick me out.
Yeah. Okay, let's say...
When you get really old, then I just gotta say bye-bye.
Boy, they really do, don't they? Yeah, it's just bye-bye. So let's say you're about 35. Let's say you go to your 35. And then you want the pizza parlor?
I want the pizza parlor when I'm 50.
Oh. What happens between your football and the pizza parlor?
Just sit back and relax.
Yeah, it's really... Yeah, it's really time to wind down after a tough career like that. I mean,
yeah.
Football and doctoring.
And skiing all the time and swimming.
Yeah. Why a pizza parlor? Why would you like to...
Because I love pizza. It's my favorite food.
Yeah. You think you could be happy running a pizza place?
Yeah, I'm gonna run it and eat.
Yeah. Good for you. Where do you go to school? You go to school out here?
No, I go to school in Arizona.
Yeah, you'd be about in the 5th grade, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You like school? Are you a good student?
Yeah, it's pretty easy though.
Is it pretty easy? What's your best subject?
Let's see now.
What's your easiest subject for you?
My easiest.
Yeah.
Can't stand math.
Don't like math?
No. Oh gosh, but I'm so good at it.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, what kind of a math problem would you have now at your age? Try me out on something. I'm trying to remember what kind of a math problem you'd have in the 5th grade.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Because now we're doing all this long multiplication, like 387 times 47 and stuff. It's easy, but it takes so long.
Did they let you use computers?
No.
They don't?
Because you have to show your work, so you got to do the column there, then skip space through the columns.
That's a good idea.
Go to columns, and then add it up.
Yeah.
Or else I'd just be punching on my calculator.
That's right. It's good to know the basics, and then you can use the calculator to check it out, right? Yeah.
But you just let the teacher check it, because that's a bunch of extra time.
Yeah. What else do you have any extracurricular activities now in school outside of any sports at all?
Yeah, I'm on a football team, so I can practice up.
Yeah, get ready for your next career, you mean?
Yes.
What?
No, my next career. Remember, my next career is going to be ski patrol.
Oh, that's right, of course.
And like,
I got then the ski patrol, then football, then doctoring, then football.
no, doctor, then football.
Doctor, then football, right.
Okay.
You have to go slow with me. I don't... What position do you like to play in football?
Right now I'm playing linebacker.
Linebacker. That's one of the toughest positions on a football team.
A
not?
back is because you get hit so hard.
Yeah.
You get knocked down.
Yeah.
But in the professionals, if I'm big enough, then I want to be an offensive back.
Yeah. Sounds like you got your career all worked out. Okay. Go ahead.
Then after my pizza store, then I just take it easy the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I got anything I wanted to.
Yeah. You're gonna have enough money now to last you the rest of your life?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. What? What do you spend your money on? What's your favorite thing to do? If you had somebody says, here, Peter, here's some money, what would you go out and do, or what would you go out and buy?
I don't know. I just had a $230 bike stolen.
Oh.
I got it for
Yeah.
I got it for Christmas.
Oh, that's
and then
too bad.
about 3 weeks later, a dummy in our family left the garage door open.
Well, we certainly won't mention any names, will we? Then they took the bike.
It was one of 3 people.
Yeah. Well, that can happen, you know.
Then, I guess just a bunch of kids walked by and said,
Yeah?
"Hey, look at that bike."
And they took it. Well, that's too
Took it
bad.
off.
Well?
I know. It was the bike that I had been wanting for so long.
Oh, well, you have to save up and buy another one, right?
I don't know.
Are you going to be a regular now on Real People all the time?
Not a regular. I don't know how many shows, but I'll be on probably at least 4 or 5 a season.
Yeah. that's pretty nice. Well, it's nice to meet you.
It's really fun.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Peter. Thanks for being here. Good luck. We'll see you soon. So it all planned out at 10 o'clock.
At 10 years old, do you
At
remember?
10 years of age.
What were you trying to do?
Learning to tie my shoes. Kid's gonna be a doctor. Nice young man.
Yes.
We'll take a break. We have Martin Mull with us and James Wood. So. All right. We are back. Martin Mull's here tonight. He's a very amusing guy. He breaks me up, and he has sat in here on several occasions, and he'll be appearing in Portland, Oregon, October the 16th at the University of Oregon. Would you welcome Mr. Martin Mull?
Please sit down. As you can probably tell from my conservative blue suit here and my pipe, I'm pretty damned intellectual. No, don't worry. I'm not going to do anything intelligent tonight. I've tried that, and it just doesn't seem to work on this show. Instead, tonight, what I'd like to do is kind of turn the tables, if I could, and pick your brains, if I may. It won't take very long, I assure you. And it's for a very good cause, my career. Let me explain. Thanks to the good people here at NBC, there is a strong possibility that I may be having my own regular television show once again. I'm sure you're as thrilled as I am. I don't want to get your hopes up prematurely, but let's just say that at this point it is legally possible. Okay? Oh, sure, it's been fun meeting people like Ricardo Montalban on the talk shows, but I feel that the time has actually come for something just a smidge more meaningful, and frankly, I've got kind of cold feet about it. I've always been afraid that if I ever had my own show, it wouldn't appeal to the majority of the American people, which I think is a reasonable fear, considering I've never even met the majority of the American people. Fortunately for all of us, the majority has recently shown themselves and how they feel about television and its moral content. I think you know who I'm referring to. The word majority, of course, means most of us, so it would stand to reason that it must be most of you here tonight. Well, what a lucky break for me. You people could really be a big help, if you don't mind, in helping me put the show together. Now, I have boiled the show down to a few different ideas. Some of them may appeal to you, some may not. You are the majority. You be the judge. I'll read the different ideas. Your applause will act as your vote. Okay? Thank you. Now, I'll be playing the part of a guy named Bob. Is that okay? Okay. Good. Good. Now, Bob is either A, a minister, B, a Boy Scout leader, C, runs an adult bookstore. Okay, strong indication. Opposite me will be an attractive young girl, and we'll call her Susan. That's okay, I know it's been used, but okay, great. Now, Susan is either A, a nurse, B, a kindergarten teacher, C, a mud wrestler. All right. Okay, they're going to meet in the first episode, and they're going to meet at either a soda shop, B, the laundry, C, a Tijuana nightclub. Thank you. This is such a help. Thank you. Anyway, Susan's mother is going to come to visit, and she's going to be coming from Ohio, near Ohio, prison. Okay. Well, Susan's mother is allergic to A, cats, B, wildflowers, C, rubber garments. Good. Well, the fun begins when Bob, that's me, puts on his A, necktie, B, school sweater, C, little raincoat. Okay? Fine. Well, see, at that point, I don't understand why Susan's mother is sneezing, you see. So I offer her A, an aspirin, B, a glass of milk, C, a hit of hashish. Fine. Great. Well, she takes it and then falls right into my arms with gratitude just as Susan walks in. And Susan says, A, hi, honey, I'm home. B, boy, what a day. Or C, hey, I can dig it. Okay, so far, it's the story of a guy named Bob who runs an adult bookstore. He meets Susan, who's a mud wrestler at a Tijuana nightclub, just as Susan's mother is coming to visit from prison. Mom is allergic to rubber garments, so as soon as Bob puts on his little raincoat, she starts sneezing. Bob gives her a hit of hashish, and they embrace just as Susan comes in and says, hey, I can dig it. Okay. It's my kind of viewing. I think this is great, and I'm not going to spoil the ending for you. Let's just say it has something to do with a cute little puppy. Okay. Okay. Thank you very, very much for your help, and for showing me just what it is, actually, that the majority, the real majority, really wants to see on TV. Thank you. I think it's going to be a good show.
You got a winner. Prime time about 8 o'clock.
Yep.
We'll do this. We'll be right back. Martin Mull is sitting here with his pipe. I tried that for a while a few years ago. I think every man goes through that pipe
Yeah, I'm trying to
phase
cut down on the smoking by using this, etc.
It becomes kind of an attachment, and
I don't mind. I think it gives me a certain air of elegance.
he's going to need a dog down there at the side, and his slippers and all of
A
that.
Dalmatian, a leather chair, or something like
got
that.
it.
Yeah.
Now, were you putting this on about the show, or was that?
No,
was this a
actually,
possibility?
I think from the reaction here tonight that it's senseless not to go ahead with it.
That's
I don't know about the puppy. I don't know if I can find one, but I'll try. No, but actually, I am. I just recently signed with
that's
NBC. I have, I think, a producer who's got his feet on the ground, and he's a really. Steve Martin is going to be the producer, and he and I and a couple other people are going to write
Conservative type of
Yeah, we're going to try to get it on the air.
Well, hope it works.
It's not the other one, How to Clean Your Own Septic Tank, of course, went right down the.
Didn't make it.
No, it didn't. But we're going to try to revamp that.
Documentary,
change it a
was
little
it?
bit.
Yeah. We're just not ready for that stuff yet.
I don't think so.
Somebody told me you were in the hospital. What happened? Is it something you can talk about, or?
Well, there's not much left of it, actually. I just got a little Band-Aid here on the end. I won't use it. Is Band-Aid a brand name?
Yes, of course.
Okay, great.
There's also.
I'm almost out.
There's also a law, I might point out, about taking, as they say, freebies on television.
Is that right?
Oh, yes. Yes, the Federal Communications Commission.
That's against the law to mention Band-Aid.
Not against the law to mention it.
So if they cut me, at least I'm covered.
If Band-Aid, if they deliver to your home a large supply of Band-Aids, then it could be considered.
You can do time for that?
I think it's hard time, yeah.
Holy, just in a little cell full of Band-Aids.
That's right.
These are mine.
This doesn't look too good. It looks bruised.
Well, I wish I could open it up for everyone in America, but I'm not going to. What happened was I got back off the road, and the road is kind of a grueling kind of thing. Sometimes you're up way past 11, or you'll have that second cup of coffee, when your equilibrium goes haywire, and when you get home. When you get home, my girlfriend decided to put me back in shape and make me a health food drink using the Waring blender. Now, that's not a brand name, is it? Yeah, of course it is. I'm sure it's the leader in blenders, but... Anyway, so we couldn't get the little blade thing out.
Right.
And so I'm kind of fixing it. I'm saying, well, I think the problem is here, and I have my fingers right in the blade.
Don't tell me.
And Wendy said, well, I think the problem is it's not plugged in.
You're kidding. Are you serious?
And my mistake, I had left it on puree.
That's right.
So we had tartar here at the end of these two.
Are you telling me that your girlfriend plugged that in while you had your fingers
Had my
into the
fingers
blender?
in the blender, and she decided to plug it in. And it's not her fault, bless her heart. We weren't facing the same direction.
Right.
So we got rushed to the emergency ward, and you go in there.
Stitches and so forth.
Well, before I even had the stitches, the first thing you do, my whole hand is in ice and a big towel, and it's dripping with crimson.
Is that a plug?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I thought. Well, you said that into the camera. I
It
thought
could
there
be a
was
product now, though. Anyway, the first thing they make you do is sign for the money.
Oh, yes.
Who's going to pay for the thing? And that kind of disoriented me a little bit. But I went in and found out that the #1 hand surgeon in all of California, I guess, or even more. In fact, I'll give him a plug, Dr. Charles Lane. It's not a brand name, but he's a great surgeon. Happened to be right across the hall giving a lecture to some immigrants, and so that is a brand name, of course. We're coming out with those. They're good for every household. They clean, they do anything you want. So he sewed it up, and everything is fine.
Well, you certainly are. We'll be back after this word from Cadillac. Not a sponsor. My next guest is a fine actor. James recently completed a film titled Captured, is about to begin work on a new movie called Videodrome. Would you welcome Fast Talking? And he does talk fast. James Wood. Somebody gets out here quick.
Hey, listen, it's 1 hour now. You got to make your time count. You know?
How are you?
I'm fine. Just fine. I spent the day yesterday in a body cast for this movie.
Videodrome?
For Videodrome, yeah. They were doing some special effects, and Rick Baker, who's the top guy in the business, said, "Look, we got to take some casts of your body." And so, I mean, why would you want to, challenge that? I said, "Sure, fine, I'll come on over." And I'm sitting there in like plaster up to my waist, and then they said, "Okay, well, it's lunch, so we're going to come back in a couple hours and take it easy." So I'm sitting there like, just frozen.
The whole body up to the...
Well, they do it in sections, actually. Yeah. Which, and I asked them why they did that, because they had a full body that they'd done of him, because he always likes to try it first, with himself so that he doesn't hurt an actor with some new process.
Right.
And I said, well, why don't you do the full body cast like you did, with yourself? He said, well, we found out that when you're completely covered up to plaster, with plaster up to your neck, that there's no way to get you out. Because the regular plaster cutters, you have to go midsection and around.
I see.
And it's a circular razor blade. So what they had to do is they get to certain areas and they have to use an X-Acto knife. And it turned out that Mrs. Baker helped on that part because she sort of knew the terrain, I guess, as it turned out. But
this stuff really hardens like plaster.
Yeah, it hardens right in there. I mean, you better just not, be reading
Now, what do they do?
magazines.
Do the rest of the body later?
Yeah, they do like an arm and then another arm and then they do your face, which is really interesting. Because,
but what is this for? Obviously,
well, I don't want to tip the movie, but there's certain things that happen to my body which, for love nor money, I'm not going to let happen to my body, so they're going to have to make another body that resembles mine.
I see. They make an actual body and it...
Yeah, and then they do horrible things to it, which...
Obviously, this is not a musical. This is a horror. They're in a cycle, aren't they? Motion pictures are in a cycle now of... makeup and special effects. And,
for some reason, people never stop being intrigued by it. I mean, he had done Werewolf in London, American Werewolf in London. So I come
that's the guy who did the makeup.
Right, and he also played King Kong in the new King Kong as well. He was running around in a gorilla suit for like months at a time. Yeah. In fact, he was in it when I went over for the body cast the other day, just hanging around. But it's amazing. When you walk into the place, I said, gee, where's the werewolf? And he said, well, he's in this box up here. And he pulls out this little kind of thing that one of the assistants went running around in the movie. And it just looks so unimposing. And when you see the movie, it's so, threatening. This
but you're not
creature.
made up so they don't know you. I've often wondered when actors do that, if they're very often spend a lot of the time, made up so nobody recognizes them.
Well, it depends upon what the effect is. In this case, part of my body will not be me, and part will be. And I don't want to spill any more than that. But you actually have to be built into the furniture and have the rest of it be you. And it's a very strange effect. But the worst part is when they actually have to put plaster over your face.
I've seen them do that where they put straws.
They put straws in
your nose and mouth so you can breathe.
Yeah, and you have other optional choices during that process as well, but that's not the
show. I don't want to hear about those choices.
I mean, it was just mentioned.
Obviously, you don't suffer from claustrophobia.
Well, that's interesting.
A lot of people would go crazy with that.
What happened was the production assistant called me up through my agent and said, listen, you're going to come in for the face mask tomorrow. And I said, well, great. She said, are you claustrophobic? And I said, well, I don't like being in 747s, but anything, you know, bigger than that is okay. You know, I don't know about the... And she said, well, if you are, we have a doctor for you to go to. And I mean, they were actually had arranged for me to go to a psychiatrist for an hour, to sit there, I guess, with straws in my nose for 15 minutes to see how it felt, you know. And, but he told me a story.
Was that a drive-in psychiatrist? I mean, 1 hour they send you and bring you back?
McDonald's a free clinic, 6 billion served. But he said that he once worked with an actor who was really, I guess, like an ex-football player who was, not Peter, but this very big, powerful guy. And he said, are you claustrophobic? And the guy said, no, no problem. So Rick is actually a fairly small guy. And he said, you know, the guy seemed very calm. And he was out on his deck in Laurel Canyon, and there was about a 110-foot drop below his deck. And the guy was sitting in a chair, and he put this plaster all over him, and he put the 2 straws in his nose and 1 in his mouth, and then covered over his eyes like that, and the guy went, wow, jumped up and started to run for the deck, and Rick literally had to tackle him, which was no mean feat, and kind of hold him down. Right. And just the guy was screaming, went crazy.
Obviously, he didn't know what the word claustrophobia meant.
Right, yeah.
And he didn't want to tip it off.
No, not
me. Could have been a problem right there.
You know, I mean, it's, I guess it's kind of like sex. You don't know what you're in for until you're actually there with,
I suppose,
with straws in your nose.
We'll take a short break. We're going to be right back. You know, you're the only guest I know, James, who could get all of that in the short time we had, because you normally talk fast anyway.
No, not, I don't know, it just sort of happened. Anyway, to make a long story short.
I'm humbled by that applause.